everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demo in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband Steve, who you can't see tonight. So, as you can probably tell, all you faithful friends that come most Tuesday nights, we are not at home. We heard the temperature at home this morning was 1 degree Fahrenheit. And where we are, it's sunny and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. We're here just for a couple weeks. We're on a working vacation. We rent the same house every year for a few weeks, and it's like coming home. It's like having a second home that you only pay for 3 weeks out of the year. It's perfect for us, since we couldn't have a real second home, right, Steve?
That's right. And we don't have to worry about it getting wiped out by a hurricane.
I know. We pray when the hurricanes, in fact, one hurricane hit directly on this island, or it was supposed to this year, and we did pray hard for them, but we don't lose sleep over it because we don't own it, if that makes sense. But we're glad you're all here. I can't see anything tonight, so Steve, who's here?
I am going to tell you who's here because I haven't had time to say hi to her. Bev is here, of course.
Yay. Hi, Bev.
First one on. And Bridget, and Karen, and Kimberly, and Kathy, and Shirley.
Yay. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We're making something super simple, and Steve rigged up some cameras, and it is what it is. But we're making this cute little treat box. I have some treat boxes if you want to spend more time on them, but my kids, I would say, and grandkid, but James doesn't eat candy yet, they're going to rip this open, eat it, and throw this away. So I want my treat holders to take 5 minutes or less to make. So it's super simple. You can make it for each of the holidays. Before we get started, though, I hope you don't mind if we go through some other things. The first thing, first I'm going to show you what I brought here, okay? And I probably should have put it in a paper pumpkin box, but normally when I come on this trip in January, I bring about a half a duffel bag. My trimmer, several stamp sets, my mini cut and emboss. I've brought a lot of stuff. And this year Steve was like, how can you do it differently? So I brought this box that's like a paper pumpkin box, and all the cards were made ahead of time, which means I've worked really, really hard. My friend Jean helped me do almost all of this, but we did it between Christmas and when we left. But what I did is I put every card, this is what the dies come in, I put the supplies to use it. I took all the pictures at home, so all the blog posts, all the things still happen while I'm here. But here, look at this, all these cards. The card is in there all made, and then the prep is done. So if you are a demo and you travel, I would highly suggest this. So the other things that were in this box, along with those supplies, is I brought the essentials. The ruler didn't fit in there, but you need a ruler. And then I brought what every crafter needs. So if you're a beginning crafter, you need a bone folder. You need a take your pick tool. This is the old version of that. I like it because it can cover up the pokey needle. The scissors, I've used the scissors here so much, not for crafting, but for everything we need in this house that we rent. Tweezers, I don't like to get glue on my hands, so I use my tweezers all the time. Mini glue dots, tear and tape, Stampin' Dimensionals, and mini dimensionals. Can you believe it? This is really the least amount I've ever brought, isn't it, Steve?
I can't believe that you got all that.
Yeah, so
in that little box.
When I came out and I said, here's my stamping supplies, he was
astounded. You know what it's like? It's like a lady's purse. I've never understood how so many things could go in such a little bag. And in this case, it's in such a little box.
It was just highly organized with lots of work done ahead of time. But do you have the graphic for the stamp camp?
I do have the graphic for the stamp camp.
Okay, so
coming up.
Tell me the dates. February 21st and 22nd, I believe, Friday night and all day Saturday. We're having our stamp camp with Creativity Abounds. It's Floral Delight. Several of you have done this already. Thank you so, so much. All you have to do is use my current host code, and I think Steve has that on the screen. And this sweet collection is $89. Everything is still in stock except for the ribbon. So you can substitute something else. If you've already purchased this, you can purchase whatever you want for $89 using my host code, and you'll get the stamp camp free. It's all the card kits, 13 card kits to make 13 cards and envelopes. It's also 26 different cards. There's live videos, there's recorded videos, written tutorials. It's awesome. And it's from demos all over the world. Steve would do it just to listen to their accents.
It's amazing.
So if you know, a lot of people do it, a lot of hobby demos do it. If you hold classes in your house, you can use our tutorials into your classes. Your work is already done. And a hobby demo, it would really just cost you whatever your discount percentage is. So you're not paying a lot for this. But thank you to all of those. I know, are people saying who signed up? A lot of you are signed up already, and I really, really appreciate it. It's celebration time, January 7th through February 28th. It is a great time to join. Along with my team, I also do Joy Club, which costs $250 a year. That's the discounted price. And you get all that free if you join with me. So if you're considering joining during celebration, there's a lot of benefits. I meet with my team almost every week of the entire year, and we would love to have you join us. So what you do is you pay $99. You don't have to sell to anyone. It's kind of like a Costco membership. And you can choose the stamp set and 2 sets of markers. The marker families, it's brights, regals, subtles, neutrals. You pick 2 of those. Or you can just get $30 plus the $99 of whatever you want. So $129, and you pay $99. It's a great deal. So reach out to me, Beth@stampingmom.com, or there's a link on my blog. I'll have a blog post. Well, there's a blog post up right now, but another one tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So what are people saying, Steve?
How about product shares?
Product shares, I have 1 left.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You better act quick. Somebody's going to snatch it.
I cut them off, and then I accidentally had 1 more, so then I sold more, and now I'm down to 1 again. So if you want it, as soon as we get home, those will be put together and in the mail.
So
and
how are we going to determine who gets this one?
Whoever lets me know first they want it. It's only $69 shipped, and it's embellishments, ribbon, and DSP from the mini catalog, and also some online exclusives.
So if someone that's on tonight were to actually put in the comments, I want it, they would have it.
They would get it, yes. And Steve, you should probably tell me if that happens.
I will.
Okay, yeah, there's 1 left. So, the card, what else? Alpha, can you put up the Alpha? Steve and I are part of the leadership team for Alpha at our church. And Steve, can you help me explain what Alpha is?
Alpha is a great class for anyone that wanted to find out more about Christianity and what it's really about. And especially if you've got questions. Because the whole point is there is no question that's off limits. You can come ask any question you want. You can be skeptical if that's where you are at, and you're very welcome.
Yes.
So it is just a very welcoming environment for people to come ask questions and find out more.
Yeah, if you're curious, if you want to get questions answered. And I know people think church is boring. This is not boring. It's super fun. Our pastor talks are amazing. You do get to be in small groups just for a little while. It's not a long time. It's like half an hour. But you'll meet some people, and it's open to anyone all over the world. Alpha was started in England. Our church didn't start it, but it's for all denominations. There's many different denominations that hold Alpha. Ours is online, And we would love to have you join us. I know lots of stampers have joined us in the past, and it starts next Monday night. It is Central Time, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. And that's the other thing, it's short and sweet. An hour and a half of your day. During the pastor video, you can eat your dinner. It is not a big lift to do this, but I think you'll really enjoy it. Please reach out to me if you want information, and I can send you the link to sign up. Again, I promise you, our church will not hassle you. They will not do anything. You'll do the class and you'll be done. Right?
Right.
Is there any other graphics we were going to talk about?
That's it.
What about your fish? Can you comment? Steve has been snorkeling and scuba diving. He does have a fish video. He's got fish pictures. Maybe not this week. I don't think you have it ready, do you?
No, and I didn't get the pictures loaded here either, but
If you're interested, we could have some scuba.
this will be the tease. Next Tuesday, I'm going to show you fish pictures. So I just have to say,
So what if no one comes
it's
next
it's
Tuesday?
the best diving I've ever done. Some of the best in the world. And the prize photos are of the pair of queen angelfish. They are black and gray and yellow.
They're Hawkeye fish.
And they swim in pairs, they mate for life, they're big, but they posed for me. They let me take their picture, and it was just beautiful.
What if no one wants to see your fish?
Well, I would be hurt, but I'll get through it.
Okay, so leave a comment if you want to see Steve's fish next week. And Steve, tell me what people are saying. I feel like I'm here alone
So
tonight.
here's the thing. Kathy Walton is asking for the link to sign up for Alpha.
Awesome.
We
I
would
will
love to have
get
you.
that to you, Kathy. I think you'll really enjoy it.
And Lynn is saying yes to dive photos. Thank you, Lynn.
Awesome. And does anyone want the last product share?
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
Maria wants to see fish too. Thank
Okay,
you, everybody.
awesome. You
Thanks
guys-
for getting my back on this. I really appreciate it. 'Cause
Yes.
you can tell I'm excited to show you.
Yeah, he's really been having a lot of fun. Okay, I have the measurements on the slide, but I don't have them in front of me. So Steve's going to help me with that. I used a piece of red cardstock. And what does it measure, Steve?
Let me get to your measurements. How about 3.5?
3.5.
5 3/4.
And then it's scored at,
3/4 and 2.5 and 3 1/4 and 5.
okay, so I showed you how organized I was, had everything done. I got out this piece of cardstock and I couldn't tell it was scored. So I was taking my pokey tool and my ruler and trying to mark it on both sides. I was panicking this afternoon because I'm like, come on, why didn't I score these things? 'Cause I don't even have a trimmer here with me. But as I started doing that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there is score lines, thank goodness. But so everything is scored according to plan. On the back, I put a piece of tear and tape. And what I'm gonna do is put the candy bar in there, wrap it around, and then take the tear and tape off. So then I know this is the top. And I think the next slide has 2 little strips, Steve.
1.5 by 3 1/4. And that's the SAB Bloom Impressions TSP.
Yeah, this is free with a $60 purchase. And it is my favorite. There are lots of awesome things you can choose with your free items. Do I have this under the camera, Steve?
You do, it's perfect.
And, but I love this Bloom Impressions paper. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty on both sides. I was having trouble deciding which side to use. I bet a lot of you have gotten that already too. So why do we come, I think we said we're on Cayman Brac. It's a little tiny kind of deserted island near Grand Cayman. It's part of the Cayman Sister Islands. And here's our next measurement, Steve. It's for the top of the box.
It is 1.5 by 3 1/4.
And then I'm gonna put that same Blooms Impression DSP on there. But Steve, how did you originally find this island? Because you were looking for places to scuba dive?
Yes, and I was also looking for a house that we could rent that would be affordable, but right on the ocean and still had a pool.
Yeah, so the ocean's in our front yard, and there's a little pool in the front yard. And I'm not an ocean. I know that sounds bad. I've tried really hard scuba diving. I've tried snorkeling. This year I told Steve, you know, I'm going to watch you. But I get in the pool every day. I love the pool. I love the covered patio. I love listening to the ocean waves. I love being here. I just get very frightened in the water. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. Please leave me a comment and tell me if I'm the only one.
So the thing is, I took her snorkeling last year, and immediately when we got in, there were two great big tarpon. And tarpon are very long, 6 foot long, silver. They're not sharks. But
okay, if you saw a 6 foot long silver fish when you were getting into snorkel, would you not think shark? Okay,
So anyway, she saw that and she wasn't particularly happy. And then she wasn't happy about the barracuda following us around.
Yeah, he names the barracuda Barry, and it's like a dog. He stays at his heel, and I'm like, he's got razor sharp teeth. How do you know when he's going to take a bite out of your leg?
Here's the thing. Both the tarpon and the barracuda and the groupers, which are massive, and they'll actually let you pet them. They'll get so close to you. They're waiting for you to feed them, right? They're scavengers. So they think you're a big fish that's going to kill something, and then they'll get to eat some of it. So they stick right with you, and they're saying, come on, get something for me.
What was the fish with the eel? Today when he was diving, he saw an eel. The first time I did scuba diving, he's been doing it for 21 years. For his 40th birthday, I took him to an all-inclusive in Mexico. Saved all my money, didn't tell him, surprised him for his birthday, and then he decided to go diving. So he got trained in diving at home. Steve's like, stop telling the story. But anyway, what was the point of that?
The point is,
I met eels on my very first scuba diving. So
she did a try diving and went down and saw some eels, and that wasn't good. Because, see, the thing about the eels is they have really sharp teeth and they look mean because they kind of come out of their hole.
They look
and
like rats.
They open their mouth at you, you know, to try and intimidate you and show you their teeth.
It worked. They intimidated me, okay? Let's be real. Okay. Do you guys love the Reese's holiday treats? My kids, we don't do stockings anymore, and they're like, just please give us the Reese's Christmas tree. And Ryan came over to my house before we left and saw these, and he's like, is that for me? And I'm like, no, honey, I'm taking it to Cayman. And it didn't even melt. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I'm not thinking it's going to make it home, though, so I'll go ahead and eat that for you.
Yeah, as soon as this video is done, Steve McCullough is having a Reese's heart.
Hey, I got to get paid for doing the productions.
Bev isn't getting you enough money.
She's my agent.
Okay, so I'm wrapping this around. Like I said, I like to put the candy in there because if you don't, you might get it too tight. You don't want to smash it, putting it in and out. And then it's up to you. I don't care if the ends show, but you can tuck them in. Now for the hearts, this is from the Hearts of Elegance bundle. The real red heart I stamped with Versamark and did white embossing powder to get the Hugs and Kisses XOXO. And it's got the detailed, can you see that in the picture, Steve?
Yep.
The detail around the red. And now for the other two hearts, they're the next size bigger. They kind of go in the row of hearts of that bundle. This one is Melon Mambo and this one is Bubble Bath. And I just used dimensionals and attached them all together and put some rhinestones on there. I just thought it looked cute with all the colors. And you can see how they're offset. And I'm just gonna put some glue on here and attach it to the top of the box. So this is super, super simple. I do, like I said, have some harder videos. Maybe I'll link to some of those if you want to make a more intricate box. But for kids, or husbands, as the case may be.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, kids or husbands, they'll think the box is cute, but they'll really want the candy, right? So they'll take the candy out, set the box aside, and not pay it the attention that it deserves.
They'll throw it away or something. So is there any comments you want to read? Did you do Prize Patrol?
Prize Patrol is running.
Okay.
I haven't done it yet.
Can you talk about Prize Patrol?
This is a cute box.
Oh, thank you, Karen. Does everyone know how to do Prize Patrol? It's hashtag Prize Patrol. I will not be sending these till I get back to the States, which is February 2nd. So it'll be a couple weeks, but I will just fold it up like this, and I'll try really hard for you to get it before Valentine's Day. So
yes, Patty, we will show the fish next week.
Oh, Patty wants to see him too.
I just did not get them teed up on this computer.
That's sweet of you, Patty. Thank you for being interested in Steve's fish. That's what I promised him. If I wouldn't get in the water, I will look at all your pictures and videos and be very interested. And what I've seen so far is really good, so it's fun.
All right.
Are you ready to do Prize Patrol? How many people are in the drawing tonight?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, we're almost there. Does anybody have any Cayman questions, any celebration questions, any questions about joining my team, which is awesome? Any questions at all? I love it when I can see the comments. I need you here speaking to me.
Yes. Here's the thing. I am going to see if I can get this done.
Okay. Everything is different down here, so thank you for your patience. We have a big setup at home that Steve has come up with, and this is kind of a travel setup.
I think we're sharing. I'm not sure, but
okay.
I think we are.
You can let us know. Can you see?
It sure looks like we are.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
We're ready.
It's going around and around. Here we go. Hey, did they get a candy bar or they just get the box?
They get the box. Sorry, I don't send the candy bar. Steve's going to eat that in about...
Kathy Walton.
Kathy Walton won last week. Can you do it again?
Kathy
won last week, and I already sent it to her.
Wow, really?
You can only win once in the same month. I'm sorry, Kathy.
Sorry, Kathy.
Kathy, make your own box. No, I'll show you how to make it. I'm
Linda
sorry.
Donaldson.
Linda. I wouldn't start a new one.
Oh, you're going. Talk to people.
Hello, everyone. Guess what happened? So Steve moved my computer over to the island to do this, and it ran out of batteries. So yeah, whatever can go wrong does. You know, that's something I was going to talk about here. It sounds really lovely to be here, and it is, and I'm so grateful to be here, but nothing is perfect. I did have a crab walking across my kitchen that I had to escort outside, and bugs and spiders, and do you know what I mean? Life is 50-50. There's good things and bad things every day and everywhere you are. But whether you are cold or warm right now, I hope you have a blessed week. We appreciate you watching the video. There's a new blog post tomorrow, and we will be back with a new card that is a little more detailed next week. I thought I'd start with something easy since we had to practice this new setup. But thanks for joining us, you guys. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week. Have a blessed week. Bye everybody.